What's good, UITBC? What's good, fight fans, boxing heads around the world? B Marsh with another boxing video. So this is my thoughts and basically just what I think about this situation concerning the IBF, Sergey Lipinets, and the newly crowned unified champion, WBA and IBF champion at 140, Julius Indongo. Now, to be honest, what I'm saying, I'd love to see the unification fight just like everybody else, you know what I mean? That's why, that's what we'd like to see in boxing. Been a long time since we've had a unified champion. I said unified, excuse me, undisputed. Excuse me. Now, really and truly, we know the politics of boxing, man, and these type of things just don't happen just by the snap of the finger or just because the fans want it, you know what I mean? I heard a lot of people say, who the fuck is this guy Lipinets? Oh, this, that. I'm surprised a lot of guys who making boxing videos don't know who Sergey Lipinets is. Considering the fact the man is an Al Heyman fighter, the man be fighting on PBC. And he fight this man, Sergey Lipinets, and regardless of the competition, and the man is 12-0, 10 KOs. I'm not expecting him to fight no world beaters. Your favorite fighter at 12-0 wasn't fighting no world beaters, wasn't fighting for no belts, wasn't no mandatory for nothing, regardless of who they fought, you know what I mean? Now, is it Sergey Lipinets' fault? No, it's actually the IBF, but you already know how the IBF give it up, man. That's how they roll. They just, they can make a man actually vacate a belt. I've seen it numerous times, man. I've seen it happen from back in the day with fellas like George Foreman when he snatched that IBF belt off of Mora, you know what I mean? He defended it once or twice, but then he had to give it up, man, because he had mandatories. Winky Wright, after he beat Shane Mosley, became the undisputed fighter, boxer at junior welterweight, at super welterweight or junior middleweight, 154 pounds. He decided to give the man a rematch. Winky Wright decided to give Shane Mosley the rematch. But, in order for him to do that, he had to face his mandatory, who was Kasima Uma at the time. Winky Wright was like, why would I fight Kasima Uma, this guy from Africa nobody knows, just to keep my belts? Fuck that. I'm going to give Shane Mosley another rematch so I could get a big payday. So he vacated his IBF strap, you know what I mean? It happened also with Tyson Fury, you know what I'm saying? Tyson Fury was supposed to, he had a rematch clause with Vladimir Klitschko, you know what I mean? But ever since Tyson Fury snatched all them belts off of Vlad, he had to fulfill his mandatory with the IBF, who was that Russian dude, that Glasgow motherfucker who always gets gift decisions. The man Tyson Fury was like, fuck that, man. I'd rather give Klitschko a rematch. That's bigger money, so he had to vacate his IBF strap. Now, believe you me, I don't want to see this man Indongo vacate his strap, man. Me being a proud African, he ain't from my country. I said that previously before. But we all brothers, man. We all one, you know what I'm saying? And I'd love to see this man be a unified champ, keep defending his titles, man. Check out my video I did yesterday on who the greatest fighters from Africa are, you know what I mean? I want to see my guy Julius Indongo succeed, you know what I'm saying? But fellas, don't act like this man Sergey Lipinets is the problem, If you was in a position to fight for a belt you've been waiting for your whole life, you think you're going to be bugging or stressing that the IBF is trying to make this happen for you? You know what I'm saying? Really and truly, Julius Indongo took that IBF strap off of Edward Trudanowski. Really and truly, Edward Trudanowski was supposed to fulfill his mandatory. And who was his mandatory? Sergey Lipinets. He decided to bypass Sergey Lipinets to take on a voluntary defense. And who'd he pick? The 15th ranked fighter in the IBF rankings, who was Julius Indongo, an unknown commodity. Julius Indongo went out to Russia and knocked Edward Trudanowski out in 40 seconds or less. And now he's the IBF champion, Now, if Sergey Lipinets had to wait for the man Trudanowski, I'm sure he don't want to wait again for this guy, Julius Indongo, you know what I mean? And I'm not going to act like I know who Sergey Lipinets is. I'm not going to act because I do know who he is, you know what I mean? I watch boxing, and I don't have to be a hardcore to know who Sergey Lipinets is. You know what I'm saying? I watch PBC cards. You know, I don't miss them cards. You know what I mean? And this guy has been on PBC for the last year or two. You know what I'm saying? This guy looks good. He's a slick fighter. You know what I'm saying? This guy got an extensive amateur background. I don't give a fuck if he was a kickboxer. You know what I mean? What I'm trying to say is, by the way the rankings go, you know, some fellas, you know, you can't have it your way, you know what I mean? You can't have it, can't be hypocrites, you know what I mean? When other people want to fulfill mandatories and they have to fight their mandatory, i.e., Errol Spence and Kell Brook, we wanted that fight. You was like, fuck the mandatories. You fought all the other mandatories, Kell Brook, like Jojo Dan, Frankie Gavin and these characters, you know what I mean? But he wasn't trying to fight Errol Spence. But we got to fight, so, you know. What I'm trying to say is, you know, I'd love to see the unification fight before, you know what I mean? But on the real, I'm not going to cry and bitch about something I can't control, you know what I'm saying? This man, Sergey Lipinets, is in position. As you already know, some of these Russian fighters have had extensive amateur backgrounds, and he's from Kazakhstan, matter of fact, okay? Coming out of amateur at the amateur scene, these guys are already pros, you know what I mean? When they come into the professional ranks, guys like Gravsdik, Lomachenko, these guys are ready, you know what I'm saying? Only a guy like the man Triple G did take his sweet time, you know what I'm saying, to get, you know, accustomed to fighting elite boxers, you know what I mean? But these other guys from Gravsdik, Alexander Usyk, these guys are ready, you know what I mean? And on the real, if you think Indongo is a bad man just like me, then you got nothing to worry about. We will see a unification before this year ends, you know what I'm saying? We will see, just depending as Bud wins and Sergey Lipinets wins. You know, I'm sorry, Julius Indongo wins, you know what I mean? So, you know, really and truly, we should be worried. Julius Indongo is a good fighter. I like him. I like his skill set. But Sergey Lipinets is a good fighter, too, regardless if he's fought a bunch of nobodies, you know what I mean? This guy, you know what I'm saying? I've seen him fight a few times, you know what I'm saying? And, you know, I've been watching boxing from a long time, man, and I could tell a good fighter when I see him. Fellas acting like, who is this guy? We've never seen him. We don't even know the fuck he is. You know, I know who he is. This is probably my fourth or fifth video about the man Sergey Lipinets ever since I opened up my channel. And I just opened up my channel last year, you know what I mean? You check it, I'm not even a year old, you know what I'm saying? But this guy, Sergey Lipinets, is a fighter I've been watching, you know what I'm saying? Who's the other kid just came out the other day? The Bivol kid. The Bivol kid out of, is he Kyrgyzstan? So, you know, he just fought Dmitry Bivol, you know what I'm saying? This guy's like 10-0 too, you know what I'm saying? But this guy looks like the goods already. Now it's up to one of these fighters who have more experience, who've been in the game longer. Guys like how Salido did to Lomachenko. These guys are the type of guys who are supposed to teach these Russian guys a lesson. Nobody was bugging about the man Beterbiev if he gets a title shot. Sure, Beterbiev has fought a little better competition than Lipinets, you know what I mean? You know, he has two former world champions at light heavyweight on his resume, from Tavares Cloud to Gabriel Campillo. You know what I'm saying? But, you know, he looks like the goods, right? He looks like he's ready for a title shot. And that's how it goes with these Russians, man. These Russians are not fucking around waiting to fight a bunch of nobodies or wait until they in their 20-0s to be fighting for a title. These guys feel they ready right now. It's up to these experienced guys like Julius Indongo, or in the Beterbiev situation, Andre Ward or Kovalev. Or in the cruiserweight division, Usyk is already a champ. But it's up to guys like Lebedev or, you know, these other guys to really make an example and beat these guys, and just like Salido did Lomachenko. So this video right here, this is basically my thoughts and concerns about this. I'm not going to cry and bitch about Lipinets getting a shot at Indongo. If I know Indongo like I feel I do from his last two fights, I got confidence he'll beat Lipinets. Then after that, what? What we going to say? Unification. And more than likely it'll happen, you know what I'm saying? Depending on the kind of mandatories Bud got to fulfill, you know what I'm saying? And really and truly, it's a damn shame that this mandatory fight might trump over an undisputed unification fight. But really and truly, Bud ain't fighting till May 20th. This guy just fought on April 15th. You know what I'm saying? That fight possibly could happen maybe July or August, you know what I'm saying? All Julius Indongo gotta do right now is try to make this fight with Sergey Lipinets happen quicker, fast, and in a hurry, sooner than later. You know what I'm saying? And then if that happens, then we shall see a unified champion or undisputed fight between Julius Indongo and Crawford. You know what I mean? Because on the real, I do believe if Sergey Lipinets do happen to beat this man, what's his name, Julius Indongo, then them belts will stay on the PBC side. Why? Because there's plenty of fighters on the PBC side at 140. You know what I'm saying? More marquee names. You know what I mean? Guys who could actually hold this title. Guys like what's my guy's name? Rancis Bartholomew. You know what I mean? Yeah, I'm not gonna consider Adrian Broner because I don't think he can make 140 no more. So it's up to Julius Ndongo, man. Does Julius Ndongo want that to become undisputed? I think he does badly. So he just gotta follow the rules. You know what I mean? The IBF got some BS rules, but he gotta follow the rules and he gotta do one thing and one thing only: beat Sergey Lipinets. If he beats Sergey Lipinets, bada boom, bada bing, then we can start talking about this undisputed title, you know what I mean? But for those to say they don't know Sergey Lipinets is, or you only know Sergey, you trying to act like you're a hardcore boxing fan, no, that's not the case, you know what I mean? I know Sergey Lipinets. I've been watching boxing for a long time. This guy's been on the scene, man. I thought everybody watches the PBC. I guess not everybody does, man. If you did, if you do, you would know who Sergey Lipinets is. He's a good fighter, slick boxer for a Rush Kazakhstanian type of dude. And this man, he could give a lot of fighters at 140 problems, regardless if he's only 12 and 0. All right, leave your thoughts and comments in the comment section. B Marsh Boxing, thanks for listening. Hopefully we'll see an undisputed fight between, hopefully, Indongo and Bud before 2017 ends. It's just how it is, man. We need big fights from at least every single fighter before this year ends. B Marsh Boxing, I'm out. 1.